The finals just got a brand new trailer release, where we have all the details with that, including a full trailer breakdown. We'll also look at some of the hidden details within that trailer that you might have missed. We have an outline of all the new equipment and weapons. Additionally, all the cosmetics they've shown off so far for Season 2, and even some additional details with rank. We got a lot to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in there, checking on all things the finals. Okay, so first up, let's just jump into the trailer, everything with that there. So obviously we had that Season 2 trailer drop, however there's a ton of things within that trailer that you might have not caught, and some even cool hidden details within that trailer that are going to make more sense later on. So first up, let's just jump into the actual imagery from the trailer. Again, this trailer was very quick, but showed a lot of things happening. So we're going to try to break down some of the imagery within that. Which first up is the new map, and this is for Season 2. Again, we have a ton of really cool imagery from this map, but it goes very fast in the trailer. So we actually got 10 different images here within that trailer showcasing the new map. Obviously, the colors and aesthetic are really nice here, and it's wildly different from any other map we've had so far. Definitely shows the dynamic range of what they're working with engine-wise, as well as what they are working with in studio. Obviously, also the talented artists at Embark. Yeah, this new map looks absolutely gorgeous from these images, so we'll really have to see how it kind of plays out and fits in puzzle pieces together. One of the images here we do have of the same location, which again is showing the night and day variant, which just kind of showcases how cool and how drastic the color changes from night to day, really bringing out that vibrant contrast that they have within the finals. I've always enjoyed that dynamic visual variance that they've had within these maps, and even the new ones now, of course. Now, it didn't stop there. We also had some skins shown off for Season 2. Now, again, we don't know if these are going to be in the Battle Pass or bundled or even in the store section or what have you, or even different means of potential unlocks. Overall, there's a quite dynamic range here, as we have already had some of the cosmetics showcased before. We find they do have that robot showcased from earlier, which is that brand new pet. Some of these cosmetics we have seen before, however, these do look to have some more variance to them. A lot of mixing and matching here with some different combos, especially a few of these. Again, really shows the dynamic range that they can do with these cosmetics, and yeah, these are really good this season. Definitely have high hopes for everything else, especially all the different things that we'll unlock in the future. They've really stepped their game up with Season 2, so I'm definitely impressed there. Now, I do want to jump into the equipment stuff and the things that they've showcased so far in the imagery with that, as well as those 3 new weapons for each class, so we'll go over those now. So the finals is bringing a new hacker playstyle to players that stepped into the shoes of CNS. They set out new gadgets and new specializations that can be mixed and matched with the player's existing tool sets. They go on here to say remove walls, defy gravity, tunnel across the arena, and transform items. Become the glitch in the system, the ultimate cyber tactician, which they went on here to say that it brings a new dimension to the game. So first up, we have the Dematerializer. This is for medium class specifically. So again, all this equipment here is for these specific classes and cannot be used across the board, it seems. So again, nothing too crazy there. However, for the Dematerializer, we do have a specialization that temporarily erases physical surface like walls, ceilings, or goo. They allow the contestant to see, shoot, and pass through them. They also create a new passageway and close them back up again and turn every obstacle into an open door. We did actually get some short imagery during the trailer for that new specialization, which again showcases the player basically making an open door or an open wall section there, allowing them to see and shoot through that wall. This kind of reminded me of Splitgate portals, or at least the portaling there. Still really cool that what seems to be will be able to make an open area in front of us, or at least take down that wall and be able to create a window for ourselves, and like they said, a door. The specialization looks really cool. We'll have to see how it works out in all the different playstyles, as well as just how much you can manipulate the terrain like that. Now, next up, we do have the Antigravity Cube. Again, this is for heavies, a deployable cube that manipulates gravity in its immediate area, lifting contestants and objects upwards. Is it a traversal tool or a defensive gadget? It is up to the contestant. Again, we do have some imagery for that here, and it does look like it's some sort of anti-gravity field. It seems like this will be really influential on keeping the point afloat, or it seems like that's kind of the more showcasey of it. Again, seemingly a pretty cool specialization for the heavy. Next up, we do have Light with the Gateway, a pair of limited range deployable portals. When both are thrown and activated, contestants and objects can move between 2 locations. Anyone can use a portal, but players can't see or shoot through them. Perfect for quick getaway when things get hairy. Again, I'm glad they clarified that there, because in Splitgate there are portals that when you launch them or shoot them at the wall, you can actually shoot through them and see. Again, looks pretty cool overall, like a teleportation device. We'll have to wait and see on how well that plays out or how you can utilize that. Giving the light class even more mobility is always good in my books, especially when they need to get out of those tough entries tricky situations. Now the data reshaper for mediums is a gadget that changes enemy fortifications, or random objects for that matter, into something else entirely, like turning an enemy mine into a chair or an enemy turret into a table. Great for breaking through enemy defenses. Yeah, this seems absolutely insane for enemy defenses and completely kind of flipping that around instead of having to take that health bar down. This seems like a really cool dynamic tool. We'll have to wait and see how that works out for the mediums. We'll have to see what is kind of taking more, the data reshaper or the dematerializer, although I do assume that if you do have more than one medium on a class, you'll want to mix and match there. Still some really cool specializations for all classes, and the medium get 2. Now again, all builds are getting new weapons. With the lights, they are getting a 9.3R burst fire machine pistol, medium getting the new FAMAS burst rifle, and heavies are able to wield the new KS-20 shotgun. Now, most of the imagery for those new weapons were of the burst rifle, and then second, I would say the pistol was also showcased a little bit, which looks like that new burst pistol, and then also that shotgun, which is showcased for the heavies. Now, they did also go over a brand new game mode, where 2 teams compete to escort a platform through an arena. If interrupted by an enemy team, the platform grinds to a halt, or will switch directions entirely. Watch out, the platform will tear through anything in its path, and can be rocked by physics. Players can switch their contestants between respawns, allowing them to balance their teams on the fly and hone their skills to perfection. So definitely a big change there from the previous game modes, where you're not actually able to change your contestant, but this time you can actually switch between them. Gives a little bit more dynamic there, that you don't just have to switch from the vault, you can actually completely change your entire class. Now we do actually have some massive news for ranked. There is a ton of stuff with that there. Again, if you missed it during the trailers, this was very brief, but this is really big news. They are actually bringing custom lobbies to the final. And this was read out private matches during the actual trailer. So it seems like we actually will be getting those private matches after all, and it seems like a lot of tournament stuff and maybe esports stuff is on the horizon. Now with the private matches, they also went on to the ranked stuff here, where they said in Season 2, contestants compete in a revamped league system that improves the ranked play experience. And with those league rewards ups the stakes. A new career circuit offers weekly rewards from seasonal sponsors, allowing contestants to move from rookie to master by completing contracts throughout the season. Again, we'll have to see how all that plays out there, different things happening with that and being able to push through those ranks. Looking at some of the stuff from the top players, a lot of them have said the ranked was a little odd and it put them with gold players when they were diamond or vice versa. And so they were being pitted against too hard of players and kind of didn't understand why that was happening there. So hopefully this revamped league rank system will hopefully put players and pit players against each other that are closer in rank. I do believe this is one of the first times I've seen games use contracts actually in ranked mode. We'll have to see how that influences gameplay, as well as kind of creates a different dynamic there, hopefully allowing players to push for higher ranks and be able to be pitted against players with similar skill level, especially when players are forced to kind of change up their different play styles, so it kind of alters the meta, as well as creates new dynamic gameplay, so that should influence rank enough to be a big change. Overall though, that should about cover for everything. We had a ton of stuff with this trailer. It seems like we have a massive amount of content for us in Season 2. I do believe Embark is one of the better devs out there. They've been doing great with this game so far, but yet somehow they've managed to kind of up their game even further. Again, really gives me high hopes for this game. I'd like to know your thoughts on the Season 2 trailer, as well as everything with that there. But as always, that does about cover it for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces.